Hey there, this is Trent Goodbody from Government. You want to win $500? Keep watching and I'll tell you how. I'm giving away $500 to one lucky man or woman. Stay tuned. Recently, an interview aired with me on Fox LA, where I talked about the right to travel and my beliefs. And then a week later, this. Was there even a reason to pull this guy over? I mean, like a moving violation? Like, who's a victim? Here's some case law. These tags are not fake tags or plates. They're actually notices. And I lived in Washington County for 30 years. And this feels like, I don't know, this feels like retaliation. Since when does Fox even run these type of stories? You know, I've seen lots of stuff go down, but I've never heard about them reporting on this stuff until now. As a matter of fact, I tried to get them to report on it. I did press releases and called up all the news stations when I was getting screwed over in Clatsop County, and crickets is all I heard from them. So these guys running this story, they're cowards. Look at this. There's no cops in the picture, you know, that they put out. Just an assault rifle leaning on the car. So none of these cops want to take credit. They just want to scare you into compliance because they're not proud about what they're doing. The government, in essence, is saying they will arrest you for not volunteering to be extorted. And I see a lot of these comments down there, people talking about, oh, they wouldn't even have roads to drive on if, you know, they didn't pay tax and roads. They're paid for by taxes, gas taxes, not income tax. While we're talking about income tax, all of you taxpayers have probably never even seen the section of the tax code that makes you liable. That's because it's voluntary. Anyway, back to the roads. The roads were, I don't know, they're free to travel for anyone dating back to the Magna Carta of 1215. So, the government doesn't own the roads. The roads are for the people. The roads are free for us to travel on. These revenue generators have gone totally rogue. They've converted our right into a privilege that they license us to have, and it's just incredible to me. So if you don't pay into their scheme, they use violence. They're allowed to use violence. You know, none of us are allowed to be violent when we do things, but somehow they're allowed to be violent. And if you look at the Fox LA interview, I'll put the link down below. If you look at that interview, they put all kinds of violence. I'm never committing any kind of violence, but these cops are just constantly breaking people's windows in, dragging around their cars. They're the ones that are committing the crimes. I mean, it depends on what they were pulled over for. If they were driving recklessly or something, that's a different story maybe, but we never hear about that, you know? So this is wrong. Just look at who's being violent. You know, if you're using violence, you're doing it wrong. Right? And then another thing that stuck out for me in this recent media coverage is they say that I disregard the law, I break the law. But I challenge you to tell me what a law is. Is a law a statute, you know? And how am I bound to any statute without my consent? You have to have your rights violated in order to have standing to sue. So this guy, by getting arrested, he now has, you know, a big time federal lawsuit that he can levy on these guys. And I would do it as a collateral attack. While they're trying to charge me and bring me through their system, I would be starting up the federal system on them. Probably a Title 42, 1983 suit. But I would be trying to get the Attorney General to also file criminal charges, Title 18, Section 241 and 242. Conspiracy. Yeah. One other point I wanted to make was the sovereign citizen argument. The ones calling other people sovereign citizens are ignorant to the fact that no one really calls themselves that, because a sovereign is an authority and a citizen is a subject. So you can't be both. It's an oxymoron. Plus, it's slander to call someone that if they've never proclaimed that that's what they are, or how does that even work? Show me someone who calls himself a sovereign citizen, and I will show you a fool who doesn't know what they're talking about. Basically, I want to leave you with this last message. Investigate for yourself. Don't take someone else's word for it. This is important. It's about your freedom. No one else can do it for you. And man, you need to learn your history and do some studying. Spend some time studying. You're worth it. We all got totally seriously screwed over in 1861, 1911, 1933, 1964. I could go on about how they've been incrementally stealing our rights from us. So learn your history. All right, now here's the part where I'm going to give away $500. If anyone watching can show me, just type it up in the comments, quote, in the tax code where I am liable for income tax. Or, I'm required to claim that I'm a taxpayer. If you can put that in the comments, I will give you $500. Or if you can show me someone who calls himself a sovereign citizen, I'll give you $500. So there's two ways to win. All right? And that's all I have for today. Thank you. Peace.